The Cleveland Museum of Art's expansion and renovation got rid of the surface parking lot where Parade the Circle floats were constructed in years past. So the artist's workshop this year is on the roof of the museum's expanded garage. 3 tents overflow with paper, plaster, paint, and chicken wire on this sunny morning. Fragments of the faces and torsos of goblins and nymphs spill over work tables onto the floor. Rafael Valdivieso of Ecuador creates giant puppets.
I work in the papier-mâché right now, mixed in glue, water.
He slops the sticky stuff on strips of brown paper. Messy work.
Yeah. But in the end, the finish is beautiful.
Parade director Robin Van Leer oversees the work.
These guys look awesome. I love them.
Oh, they don't have this kind of move.
Oh, they're coming in and out. Gosh, this is a lot of work, man.
Van Leer says many local parade artists become lifers.
We have a lot of young people now in their 20s that started when they were in kindergarten.
At the end of the month, the museum will reopen its historic 1916 building. It's been closed for 3 years, but now it's ready to welcome back the public, and Parade the Circle gives the celebration a head start.
I'm going to pray for good weather, as I always do, because it's a key to success.
Cleveland Museum of Art director Timothy Rubb plans to walk on stilts in the parade this year, even higher ones than he used last year. Rubb's in high spirits about reaching the first milestone in this expansion and renovation. With a spring in his step, Rubb takes us on a tour that starts in a basement stairway of the museum's historic 1916 building. It's been closed to the public since 2005 for the renovation of its second-floor galleries. In just 2 weeks after a ceremonial ribbon cutting, the art that had to be tucked away will be back on view. Rubb confidently assumed the responsibility of the $258 million project when he became CMA's 7th director in 2006. It's one of the biggest museum expansions in the country, increasing the size to about 500,000 square feet. Architect Raphael Vignoli's design preserves the museum's 2 architectural landmarks, the 1971 Marcel Breuer North Building and the 1916 Hubble and Bennis South Building. It'll also tear down additions built in 1958 and 1983 and replace them with 2 new wings and a large glass courtyard tying it all together. On June 29th, the public will once again see its 900 works of European art from 1600 to 1800 and American art from 1700 to 1900. Participants in Parade the Circle will get a glimpse of what's to come now that a lot of the scaffolding and construction barriers are gone. But right now, we're in an unfinished space, the spot where the 1916 building connects to the 1958 building.
And you're seeing around you what the building looked like after it was internally demolished, after we stripped it down and before we began to put it back together again.
The first phase of renovations was expected to cost $160 million.
It came in at 170, and we're fairly proud of that.
We wind up the tour in the gallery just south of the newly reinstalled Armor Court. This room features American paintings from the end of the 19th century.
With the great Ashcan School paintings from our collection, particularly George Bellows' Stag at Sharkey, which is one of our most popular paintings. One of my favorites, the rowing painting by Thomas Eakins, which is a spectacular 19th century painting. They'll see Frederick Church's Twilight in the Wilderness, and they'll say, wow, I just love that picture. I grew up with it. It's just wonderful to see it again.
It's like seeing an old friend.
Just so.
Rubb's hoping to see old friends at Parade the Circle, too.
This year it'll be wonderful because people will come back and be able to see the front of the museum and the new addition and everything cleaned up without the scaffolding there, without the barriers. And so it will be the first look that a lot of visitors get of the new Cleveland Museum of Art. So I'm very, very pleased about that. And as you mentioned, coming on the 14th, just 2 weeks before the public opening, it couldn't be timed in a better way.
Parade the Circle Family Fun begins tomorrow at 11 on Wade Oval. The people-powered art parade steps off at noon. I'm Vivian Goodman, 89.7 WKSU.